Between 1839 and 1949, China endured the century of humiliation. Foreign invasions and internal instability left this ancient civilization as a struggling, predominantly agrarian society. Today, that same nation is the world's second-largest economy. In just a few generations, it has become the undisputed factory of the world. The physical proof of this change is everywhere. Ultra-modern, hyper-dense megacities like Shanghai now stand where rural landscapes existed only a few decades ago. This chart visualizes China's total GDP. While the state maintains significant political control, it is the private sector that produces approximately 60% of the country's total economic output. Transforming a billion-person farming nation into a technological juggernaut was a deliberate choice. It was achieved through a meticulously executed three-pronged strategy of scale. The first engine is the physical foundation. China used centralized planning to build out massive, record-breaking infrastructure to support its industrial goals. To connect its vast territory, the state built the largest high-speed rail network on the planet, allowing for the efficient movement of people and materials between industrial hubs. They applied this same scale to power. The Three Gorges Dam remains the world's largest hydroelectric power station by installed capacity, providing the energy required for heavy industry. To future-proof the grid, the government pivoted toward renewables. China now holds global dominance in solar energy capacity, blanketing its western deserts with millions of panels. This renewable investment is diversified, with massive wind energy projects established across the country's varied geographic regions. This unprecedented physical and energetic infrastructure was the prerequisite. It allowed China to physically connect 1 billion workers and power the factories that generated its immense wealth. Once the physical foundation was set, China's strategy evolved. The goal shifted from manufacturing products designed by others to inventing their own. This graph plots China's historical R&D spending over time. By aggressively committing 2.6% of its GDP to research and development, the nation focused on moving up the value chain. We see the results of this investment in the telecommunications sector, where Chinese companies lead the global development and rollout of 5G networks. They applied the same focus to the automotive industry, pivoting aggressively to dominate the global production of electric vehicles. By securing leadership in these critical sectors, China transformed its economy. It is no longer just a source of cheap labor, but the world's largest exporter of high technology. The third engine takes this domestic blueprint for infrastructure and technology and exports it to the rest of the world. The primary tool for this expansion is the Belt and Road Initiative, or the BRI. The scale of this initiative is staggering. It involves targeted infrastructure investments across approximately 150 different countries. These newly built foreign ports and transport corridors effectively hardwire the logistics of the developing world's trade network directly back into the Chinese economy. The Belt and Road Initiative serves as a geopolitical maneuver to secure China's status as the indispensable central node of the 21st century global economy. A business-minded population, long-term centralized planning, and a relentless focus on future-proofing built this superpower. This reality challenges older assumptions that China was merely catching up to the economies of the West. By controlling the underlying infrastructure and technical standards of these networks, China now exerts significant influence over how goods and data move across the globe. With 150 nations now reliant on this physical infrastructure and global industries adopting these technical standards, the economic center of gravity has definitively moved. This structural change requires every other nation to operate within a global reality largely built by these three engines.